everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were up here talking to Halbarad. We had been on a very fatefully terrible mission down south to the Forsaken Road, where we had spoken to the Oathbreakers there, and poor Candaith of his little camp over there next to Weathertop, had falsely claimed to be the heir of Isildur and wearing the ring of Barahir, and the Oathbreakers saw through his ruse. They said that they would keep up their oath to the heir of Isildur, but that he was not the heir, and their chieftain cut Candaith down, along with several other of the unnamed Rangers. So that is where we are. Halbarad has decided to cut our losses, has decided that we have tarried here in the area of Lanuk too long, and that we are sending us over there into Thor's Comb and Nar's Peak to gather up Coronir and all, tell them it's time for us to come on back and continue south, that the mystery of Nar will have to stay a mystery, and that we have wasted too much time and resources and lives worrying about it. So that's where we're going to go now. Head on over to Nar's Peak. As y'all know, Update 20 landed yesterday, the Black Gate. So the battle has been joined all the way to the Black Gate now, as the forces of the Free Peoples, led by Aragorn, are marching their way over to the gate, and the gates of the teeth to the towers of the teeth at the Black Gate, in order to distract Sauron's eye away from Frodo and Sam and the other forces. Sorry, I was too busy looking at the sunrise there. It's Frodo and Sam and, unbeknownst to us, Gollum, who are sneaking their way through Mordor to Mount Doom and hoping to destroy the ring. Okay, we're going to go right up there to Nar's Peak. That's where we're going to go. Little news about the update as we go along. One of the things is that along with the update, the Springfest has started. I knew it should be coming up soon, and sure enough, the Springfest is going on. I got the quest for it this morning when I logged in a little while ago. So we will be seeing some of that on Narwhal. He said I'm going to show everything she does. And just like I showed y'all the whole situation with her and the Winterfest, she'll be going over there and starting on the Springfest. Some of which I don't think I've ever shown y'all before, because it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite of the festivals, I have to say. The Springfest is not. I don't know what it is. I can do the Haunted Burrow just fine. I have no issues with it whatsoever. But whenever you put me into 3 o'clock. Just hit 3 a.m. here. As you see, the Hobbit presents appeared. 3 a.m. on a Thursday. So both the regular present and the gold present have popped up. But I don't know what it is. There's just something about the spring, the hedge maze, that just doesn't set well with me. It just doesn't satisfy me. I don't know why. I can do the Haunted Burrow maze backwards and forwards in my sleep. Got no issues with it whatsoever, but I have the hardest time with that blasted spring maze. No clue what it is that does it to me, but there you are. As soon as we lose this guy, I think we're gonna... Is it right up here? We've gone too far. I'm trying to remember where the bridge going across is. No, it's further up. Okay, that's it. Should be up here around this edge. There we are. But we will talk about Update 20 here right quick while we're going. Update 20. It's brought in 90 plus quests into the new areas there. There are 3 new zones over there at the Brownlands and stuff. The various areas, the Ashlands and all, in front of the gates going into Mordor. That's the beginning of Book 8 now, Volume 4, Book 8, The Black Gate. There are 2 new dungeons. There's one called the Maggot Holes, and there's one called the Towers of the Teeth. And from what I understand, it looks like they're I don't know, reputation dungeons or equipping dungeons or something like that. I keep forgetting. Resource dungeons is what they call them. Resource dungeons. And apparently they are available to do solo and in a group from what the designer's notes were looking like, the developer's notes were looking like. I'd have to go back there and look at that again, but that's the impression I got from reading the developer note. Maybe someone that's actually done them or started on them can tell me if that is correct or not. There's a whole bunch of different Host of the West faction items. Both, just like every other section, has their faction items. Remember the Lothlorien faction with the silver branches and the golden leaves and all that we got in Moria, and the various minor and guard factions that you could get in Moria as well, and then the different faction that you could get, different faction items you could get in Mirkwood and all. So more faction items, a whole bunch of class changes. It looks like every class, according to the notes, had 2 or 3 changes, so I'll let y'all look at those depending on what kind of class that you have. Looks like each one had 2 or 3 little changes to it. There's some crafting changes, item changes, emote animations. A bunch of emote animations have been put in now. So they've added a whole bunch of new animations to emotes that did not have them before. And one of the other big changes is that they say the pet collection tab now shows you all the different pets that are available in the game. Guess it does kind of like let's see, there we go. There, yep, you can see every single pet. Doesn't just show the ones you have anymore. You see every single pet in the game now. Wow. That's available to get. That is a lot of different pets. All right. So yeah, it shows, it's just like in the Secret World. In the Secret World, they have their pets and mounts screen that you pull up like this, and it'll show every single pet and every single mount in the game, and then highlight the ones that you actually have. So, okay, that seems to be a much better way of doing things. Let's go on down here and talk to Coronir. Chapter 11. I bet this is where we go into the next chapter as well, perhaps. So right here we have got this Volume 3, Book 3, Chapter 11, Grief and Insight. I wonder if this is what will start up Book 4 now.
I will follow Halvarad's orders, but I will not leave until I have some answers.
I must follow Halvarad's orders, but I will not leave until I have some answers. After the disaster of the Forsaken Road, I strode through the Coombe and collected the ingredients for the strange-smelling brew, Kibilua, Nijam Mudu, and Huul Huras. Firthgear did not want to, but at the end I gave him no choice, and he has brewed his drink and given it to Nar. Hurry! Go now to Nar and ask him once again how he knows of the Oathbreakers. Ask him how he knows the words of Elrond concerning the paths of the dead. Ask him why my friends are dead. Go, Gnarlo. We will leave Zudrugun, but first I want to know why all this had to happen. All right, let us find Nar. I'm sure he is wandering around in this area somewhere. He usually is. I bet that's his ring right up here. There we go. Let's talk to Nar again. Hey. How do you know Elrond's words?
I did not know the words of Elrond were a secret. My friend knew of them.
I did not know the words of Elrond were a secret. My friend knew of them and spoke at length concerning the futility of traversing the paths of the dead. Nar breathes deeply of the strange-smelling brew, and he smiles quizzically at you. He sees much that perhaps should have remained hidden, it's true, but when he speaks of a thing, I confess it seems foolhardy to disagree or debate with him on it. He has a curious way about him, this friend I met in the mines. I thought it strange to see him there, but he said Hurluf brought him down. Nar's brow creases in thought. But that's odd. Hurluf went south to Jiggle Jabal and hasn't been here for years. I wonder when he let my friend into the mines. Well, he can't have Nar. Who did you meet in the mines?
Why, Saruman the White, of course.
Ah.
You knew.
Bom, bom, bom! The other shoe drops. Gnar looks at you with amusement. Clearly, he thinks you've just said something funny. Why, Saruman the White, of course. I thought you knew. Gnar does not seem to notice your shocked expression. He has long been a friend of my family, of course. He is the very wisest of the wise, it is said, and I agree. Gnar finally seems to notice your shocked expression, and as you hastily explain Saruman's treachery, Gnar waves his hand impatiently. There must have been some mistake. Saruman has always been a friend to the dwarves, and through the long years he has told us a great deal that would otherwise remain hidden. The wizard has not betrayed us. There must have been some mistake. You seem to think I've done something wrong, but I can tell you I certainly have not. How can it be, Gnar? What did you tell him?
He was very interested in the Rangers, of course.
He was very interested in the Rangers, of course, and in the Dunlendings who live nearby. He wanted any maps of cave systems and dwarf mines I could bring him from the library. He said he was trying to protect the Dunlendings from a massive gathering of Uruks, and so he was. You saw the group that attacked us here. But Gnar... Did he say anything about Urgathorn?
He never spoke of anyone called Urgathorn to me.
He never spoke of anyone called Urgathorn to me. He did speak occasionally of someone doing his work in the lands of Inidwaith, Dunlin, and Rohan, but whether he was talking about the same person or more than one was never clear to me. It is not the place of this dwarf to question a wizard. I see. Chapter 11. The distant expression that Gnar usually wears has been replaced with a shrewd glare. He is still under the effect of the strange-smelling brew, but that clarity may not last long. Alright, so we have finished up with Gnar. And we will go over here and talk to Coronir once more. Let him know that, yes, as you would imagine, the worst of the worst, it is Saruman the White, the great traitor of the Free Peoples, who has been gathering information.
I cannot believe this. We have played right into Saruman's hands.
I cannot believe this. The traitor Saruman has been influencing our errand without our knowledge, and we have played right into his hands. This stage of our journey, this investigation into the mystery posed by Gnar is over. Halbarad is right. The next stage of our journey will take us south into Dunlin, likely towards war and danger, right beneath the shadow of our enemy. But it does not matter. What matters is that we journey. For good or ill, the Grey Company will continue on its road. This detour means our enemy knows we are coming. We must hope he does not know why, but if he does, perhaps that knowledge will cause him to make a mistake, to make some error he will regret. Our friends have perished. Our hope for the future must not die with them. The Grey Company will ride again, and soon. You will come with us if you still wish to. I would not blame you for changing your mind, for the road will be hard. Indeed it will. All right, guard all sorts of things of the Hill Watcher, huh? Are any other of them gonna be... Ooh, that one is, but it's heavy armor. Let me see. Leather gauntlets and weathered mantle. So what do we got here? Leather gauntlets, 465. Those are actually quite a bit better than the gauntlets of a cord, aren't they? 465, some might, more agility, more vitality, more will. And on any damage, a 15% chance to receive 45 power. Alrighty. I think those are the ones we will probably go with. These don't help us, do they? Nope, those aren't as good. These sturdy leather gauntlets served Candaith well while he strove with the darkness. Leather gauntlets of the Hill Watcher. And we can wear these in Candaith's honor.
It is true. We don't know what we will find as we ride south. I look out over these lone lands and wonder what will happen to them when we have gone. But this is something we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn, our chieftain, and none of us will break that oath. We know the risks. None of us would join the Grey Company if we felt its errand was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to fear of the unknown. We all have our role to play, and I hope only that when I have played mine, The world will have been better for my having been in it.
That's nice. That is very nice. Give Candace the ending of the book there. Let him talk about his words and how that he will do his duty no matter what end he may come to. Very, very good. All right, we don't have anything traveling us any further. That is the end of Volume 3, Book 3. So it looks like it is time to start.
We have delayed too long already. I am ready to go.
Time to start Volume 3, Book 4 here. Chapter 1, The Departure of Lanuk. We have delayed too long already. I am ready to go, Gnarlo. Return to Halberad in Lanuk, and we will decide how best to proceed south into Dunland. We will leave this place behind, and none too soon. If we had left earlier, we could still have left with Candace and my fallen brothers, and not without them. Okay, we will. Let us head back over to Lanuk again. Talk to Halberad. I assume that he will... I assume we won't have to go around. Oh, hey there. How are you doing? Boy, you just can't get away from dwarves here in Nars Peak, can you? I will assume that he will not send us out on a mission to gather up all of his brethren this time. Perhaps he will do it himself. But we will see you when we arrive back over there. And we will talk to you. Actually, I have a return to Lanuk right there, don't I? Let's map on over. There we go. I'd forgotten we could do this the easy way. It's nice to use your milestones when you have them. All right. Oh, there we go. Halberad. Oh, there. Wow. He has moved. All the people have arrived, haven't they? Halberad and Breguer, Prestidir. Wonder if that man of Vanedwaith is coming with us, or whether he's just here for show. Notice Nona is gone. I wonder if she will be following along with us or not. Anywho, let us talk to Halberad here and see if the Rangers are ready. The Grey Company is ready to proceed.
Coronir is right. This delay has been costly.
Coronir is right. This delay has been costly. If what you say is true, and Saruman does know of our errand, we travel from hardship into even greater peril. And yet, we must not despair or turn from our road, or our brethren will have fallen for naught. Halberad sighs, his brow creased with worry. There are two paths we could take into Dunland, and I propose that we split into smaller groups and travel each of these paths. We will be less likely to be noticed as we cross into Dunland. Prestidir and Breguer have scouted our options. Speak with them to hear the two roads that we might use to enter Dunland. So we need to talk to Breguer and we need to talk to Prestidir. Well, we will do that now. Breguer, what is your suggestion?
is a forested land, where shadows pool in the hollows between the hills.
The southwest passage into Dunland would take us through the Trumdreng, Gnarlo. It is a forested land where shadows pool in the hollows beneath the hills. As I scouted ahead, I saw emblems and totems of a horned stag, but few people. They are likely to be on the edge of the conflicts in Dunland, though if it be by their choice or by necessity, I did not discover. You're welcome to come with my group into Trumdreng, Gnarlo, and we will learn the truth of it. Okay, so he is proposing where we travel down through the Trumdreng, southwest, which I would imagine be this area over here. Yeah, probably there. Yeah, looks like we got two routes. Maybe that one. Interesting. And then we have Prestidir.
The Bone Vales are dusty and barren, and its people are tough like coffin nails.
The southeast passage into Dunland would take us through the Bone Vales, an inhospitable and barren land. The crags and valleys are dusty and barren, and its people are tough like coffin nails. There are few souls in the Bone Vales, few eyes to watch our passage. Caution must be our watchword, stealth our constant companion. My group would welcome your presence, Gnarlo. Okay, so he says we go through the Bone Vales, which I can only assume will be over here in the Lich Bluffs. So perhaps down this way? That way, perhaps? Oh, maybe back through these two places. Now, I remember before, we're getting very close to where area I am totally unfamiliar with. Because Glenorin's been down this way. And he's done, like I said, he's done this stuff. He is currently here in Galtrev. And that is as far as he's gotten. So we are about to catch up with Glenorin. And then pretty soon, I'll be having to run these adventures on both of them. And anytime there's a choice like this, we'll be able to show both of them. Now, whenever I went down this way with Glenorin, we went through the Bone Vales.
Which road do you wish to take into Dunland? Each will have its dangers.
You have heard what we know about our possible pass into Dunland. Each way could be dangerous, and we do not know what awaits us until we get there. Which road do you wish to take into Dunland, Gnarlo? Each will have its dangers. Make your choice and let Bregeir or Prestidir which group you will follow. Bregeir if you wish to travel through the Shroom Drang, and Prestidir if you wish to enter the Bone Vales. I think, like I said, I went with Glenorin, we went through the Bone Vales, so I think this time I am going to travel through the Shroom Drang with Bregeir here. Okay, Chapter 1, The Departure of Lanark. So now we are going to take Chapter 2.
I welcome you into the group that will travel into Shroom Drang, the land of the stag.
Let's see what the introductions to both of them are. Very good, Gnarlo. I welcome you into the group that will travel into Shroom Drang, the land of the stag. We will do our best to come that way into Dunland, free of danger. We will move swiftly and silently, and our company will be in number small enough as to escape prying eyes. Saruman knows that we must pass into Dunland, but the time and manner of our coming is still ours to control. Let us be off at once. We can stop and see how things fare once we've crossed into Shroom Drang. Okay, and Prestidir, what do you have to say? About the same?
I'm glad you have chosen to accompany my group into the Bone Vales.
I'm glad that you have chosen to accompany my group into the Bone Vales, Gnarlo. The road will be dangerous, and I could use your abilities. We will be mostly in the open and exposed, unless we are very careful to stay in the shadow of the cliffs. We will not travel by the road. I will meet up with you just west of the road as it enters Dunland. Let us be off at once. We can assess what awaits us once we cross into the Bone Vales. Alright, he's got the, let's see if there's any difference here. Drang Hareng, Dolan Hilvak, and Angolan. And he
I welcome you into the group
will give
that
us
will
the same
travel
thing.
into Shroom Drang, the land of the stag.
Alright, so we're going to travel Chapter 2, The Land of the Stag. Okay, talk to Bregeir, and once you arrive at Duvispont in Dunland. So I'm coming on up there. Alright, so
We should leave at once. We can speak again just inside of Shroom Drang.
Alright, so it looks like we are going to travel down into the Shroom Drang. Actually, we are going to leave that here now. And we will join up with this next time. We're going to have one last smoke here with the people of Lanark. And with the Rangers. With the group of Rangers that accompany us, while they still are able to walk on 2 feet. Poor Candace. Alright, folks, we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as I said, pretty soon we will be traveling down into uncharted territory for me. And I will be getting to see things with fresh eyes, just as y'all, well, I would actually imagine most of y'all have already seen what comes ahead of me, but I will be seeing it with fresh eyes. And it will be a source of awe and wonder for me, I am sure. So thanks for coming along. We will see you next time. Remember the Spring Fest has started and is going, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.